BrewsBeats&Eats, the podcast. I am your host, Old Head Ed, and we have arrived. We've made it to a place where I didn't think we were gonna make it to. Season 2. I want to shout out everybody who tuned in, stuck around, listened to episodes, watched the IG Live, which was kind of like the pinnacle of Season 1. Shouts to Rob Productions for helping me put together such a, it's illustrious IG live stream. I don't want to get y'all used to that quality, that caliber of production. That was like a one-time thing, but I'm glad we did it. But there will be more videos. Some of the changes, Season 2, y'all heard the intro music. That's a change. You're going to see a lot more visuals. YouTube's going to be involved, or the podcast is going to be more involved with YouTube. Definitely looking forward to that. I'm hoping to get a lot more interaction. The Twitter, I know all first season I talked about having a Twitter account. Didn't know how to use it. Still don't know quite how to use it, but I'm definitely going to get it involved somehow. So y'all stay tuned for that. We're going to do giveaways. We're going to get into these giveaways because it's one thing for me to sit here across from somebody, have them sample 4 beers, and y'all just sit on the other side, I don't know, maybe salivating at the mouth, maybe thirsty at the same time. So I'm figuring we got something in the works where we can let the listener partake, or at least partake in the beers that we sampled here or that our guests sampled. A lot of changes, but the one thing that doesn't change is that we're still gonna have the greatest of guests. Guests from all walks of life. Everybody has a story to tell. Everybody has an opinion when it comes to beer, music, and food. So why stop? You know what I'm saying? With that, I guess it's just about time. Did I say shouts to Rob Productions? Yes, I did. Rob Productions, shouts for putting together that IG Live. Yo, dope. I appreciate it greatly. And shout to Mike from Turntables Teachers for willing to be, the other guinea pig in this experiment. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the time you took and sitting down and seeing, throwing shit at the wall and see what sticks. So thanks again, my man. Y'all tune into Turntable Teachers, dope podcast out of Boston. There's a Boston MIA Connect, so that's dope. But without a further ado, I'm gonna get back to talking about our guests. Great guests, and this is no different. This time around, I'm sitting here. I'm in the lab.
Oh.
Yes. If you know the sounds. Yes. My man is a prevalent MC, South Florida, Miami bottom representer. We'll get into his music. There's things I could say.
What they do?
Yeah. I ain't talking about nobody else but DubPMogly, Money Mogly. It's Mogly.
What they do?
Yeah, man. This is dope, man. I appreciate you taking the time sitting down. Where do we start, man?
Let's start with the brew.
You want to start? Okay.
Salud.
Well, salud. Yes. We dipping into something early.
Hey,
of course.
Thanks for that cup, my nigga. But I gotta give you a little care package too,
Dope. Another difference. We got glasses. We got glasses coming through. Not glasses for you to see through, but glasses.
My dog came through with the care package, dog. My dog came through with gifts, dog.
And in return, the stickers. Dope. I got some of these for you too. Don't let me forget.
Oh, yeah? All right,
they're in the cooler. But yeah, that's another different thing about season 2 is that we got pint glasses for the guests. So Mogly is the recipient, the first recipient of a pint glass, the BrewsBeats&Eats logo on it.
Post shit on IG right
more
there.
to come for sure. So now that we got a little beer in our system, let's get into Mogly as far as Mogly, an MC for me is someone who could maneuver through all types of productions. And Mogly has a way of navigating through whatever beat you put up there. If you go back and listen to the discography on SoundCloud, where else you got? Bandcamp, wherever you find music, you're gonna check out the discography. But let's get to know how Mogly got into this path, this walk of life. So Mogly, early influences when it came to rhyming.
Damn, early influences.
Hip hop in general.
Let's see here. Shit, I gotta take a moment to think. I don't know. I've been at it for a long time, so I think like my first albums that I really fuck with was like, damn, there's so many. You know what I'm saying? Definitely was Ghetto Boys. We Can't Be Stopped. It was, like, one of my craziest first albums that I bumped like back to back to back. And then I had the Tupacalypse Now way back. I had a bunch of mixtapes. Can't remember, like SNS mixtapes and shit.
Okay.
What else? Damn, there's so many. I like The De La Soul Is Dead was one of my first ones.
Yeah.
That I ever listened to. Fucking, I don't know. House of Pain was the shit.
Yeah.
Growing up, I don't know. All kinds of shit, you know. P-Rock, I See Us Smooth was the shit.
Oh, yeah. Mecca and the Soul Brother and whatnot.
That was the shit. A whole bunch of shit, you know.
Now, that's crazy because you threw out several different groups, MCs, albums, and being from South Florida, I mean, I've been here most of my life, so I'm South Florida, and I knew what it was like to try to find what it is that you're describing. How did you come across this music? Considering that down here it was a lot of
I wasn't down here at the time. I was over there in Germany.
Okay.
So in Germany, they was big on hip hop, and there was like a vinyl store or whatever. We go in there, steal shit, and then just get like bust down tapes from everybody, you know, from the homies that had one or some shit.
Okay.
Just get a bust down Maxwell or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
The 90-minute joint.
You know what I'm saying? 90-minute joint. You know what I'm saying? 60-minute joints. Whatever.
Those are cassette tapes for my millennials who are tuned in. We talking.
So it would always be like a search of shit, and then at the PX, like, you know, I buy tapes. Like PX is like the army store.
Yeah,
like
got you.
Army base.
Yeah. So
over there, steal shit, and then like back then the CDs when they first came out, I remember they had like real long
cases.
Like whatever the fuck, like, you know,
the plastic case.
Shit.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? So then it took me a while to get a CD player, but I don't know. There's so much. Like, every time I think back to the days, it's all blurry and shit. So it's always like different shit that comes up from the very, very first. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
So I can't really say the very, very first, but the one that left like a huge mark was those right there.
Yeah.
That I mentioned.
Dope.
When
did at what point did you go from listening to being a fan of, and then you yourself deciding, yo, I'm gonna write something down?
Damn, that took a mad long time.
Did it?
When I first like listened to rap, like, I didn't even like all the time. I mean, I did kind of, but I never like consciously listen to lyrics type shit. So
okay.
It would just be more just like the vibe or like whatever. Just like, you know, I don't know. Like, I would listen. Like, of course, you gotta listen to like Ghetto Boys lyrics type shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They just like out there. But then let's say you listen to Bone or some shit. Like, I wouldn't exactly like care exactly what they're saying. Just sounds dope as fuck type shit.
Got you.
So for me, like, I would toy around with a couple rhymes way back when I was a little jit, but the very first time like I wrote a rhyme, think I'm gonna spit that shit, was here in Miami.
Okay.
And like when I came into Miami, I got like deported from where I'm from because I got in a lot of trouble, and I was born on an American base, so I had like an American passport. So when I got deported from Germany, I got deported to America, you know, which is kind of bugged out. But anyways, I came to Miami, and then I was just walking around Miami and shit, and then I met this nigga named Def Grip, or whatever, Freestyle C. And then he was just rhyming. He just walking around like a 152 with a motherfucking boombox, like a small one. Yeah. And he would just rhyme. He'd just be there rhyming and shit, like on the corner and shit. I don't know what the fuck. I was chilling with that nigga smoking blunts or some shit. And the nigga just rhyming all the time. So then I was like, all right, let me try to rhyme it one time. And then I just started from there. Yeah. So it was just like an accident type shit.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like a conscious decision. He was just rhyming all the time. I was chilling with this nigga, getting high, doing whatever, you know, fucking hood rat shit. And then, you know what I'm saying? And then I just started rhyming. And it was only freestyle at first.
Yeah.
And then actually the very first rhyme I wrote was right there. I got it hanging up on the wall right there.
Okay.
That big ass page right
there.
Damn. It's so garbage. I just keep it up there.
Yo, but that's documentation. Yo, that's hell of a documentation. Because you ask most cats and they'll be like, yeah, I don't remember what it was. Some cats will be able to spit the first couple of lines.
Well, don't get me wrong. There's a whole bunch of other ones, but that's like the first one I kind of spit, like on a tape, you know, press a play and record type shit with a bullshit mic. Okay. That was the first one. So there's other ones, this and that, but I don't even know why I still got it. I was just another happy accident type shit. So,
yeah.
Whatever. That's just garbage.
You know? But it gave you something to start.
Get high like a bird.
There was one of the lines in there. Yeah.
That's like the second line. I'm from Heidelberg. I get high like birds.
Yeah.
Crumbling herb. Yeah, that shit garbage.
From nightfall till we hear birds.
Yeah, some shit. Yeah. Shit was garbage.
Yeah. Hey, every it's humble beginnings, man. Everybody's got their start.
For sure.
For real. At what point did you realize? I mean, I imagine it was sometime after that. At what point did you realize, we're like, yo, I think I want to dedicate something, to actually put something out. Like I got this product.
Hot minute, man. We was out there fucking freestyling for like it seemed like years, just on the ad, like, you know. I don't know, be post up trying to get rid of nickel bags or some shit. And then we just be rapping, like wasting time. So that seemed like forever. And then one day, just in the complex in Bradley Park, there was this nigga on the Dragon or some shit named DJ Dragon. And he just like was some kind of like secluded nigga on the top floor and shit.
Okay.
And he had mad equipment. He had like turntables and a mic and tape decks and fucking 12 inches and shit like that. So then we already like, every fucking day in Miami, it was hard to find the instrumentals. So we be cherishing our little like tapes that we had or whatever, or CDs, whatever it be. But I think it was mostly tapes back then. It was like late 90s. And then just one day we met that nigga, he smoked. We smoked him out, some shit, served him up something. We seen him at all this shit, and he's like, oh shit, you got this shit? And then we just put on some instrumentals. We rapped there for like 8 hours straight.
Wow.
And then we were just recording shits on tapes. You know, like whatever 60-minute, 90-minute tapes. And then when we done recording, just freestyling for that long, we go outside and like get more fucked up, like on the Ave, listening to them shits in the boombox, just laughing, like feeling great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though it's the most garbage shit you ever heard of, we just like mad excited and just listen to the freestyles. And then, you know, like 90% of it's whack and then 10% it'd be like a shiny moment. And we'd be like, oh shit, yeah. Like, because it never even occurred to me to like do it or whatever. And so then after we just like doing that for a couple of years at Dragon's house, I'm like, man, fuck this, I'm gonna make a tape. And I think, see, that one was the first one right there. That No Tomorrow collab.
Oh, got you, okay.
So it was all his beats. He was a fucking genius, that nigga Dragon. He was a fucking genius, man. He was just like a, what's it called? A
savant?
Like crazy, savant, eclectic genius type nigga.
Really?
So he made all these crazy ass beats on the motherfucker, and he had his sampler wasn't like an MPC, it was like a keyboard. I don't know exactly the difference. But it had a small window, but it was a keyboard.
ASR 10?
Nah, I don't think it was an ASR. It was some Roland shit. It was some,
okay.
I don't know exactly what it was. I think it was a Roland something.
Okay.
But it was like some antique shit, but he would just make magic with it.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, yo, make that beat sound like a machine gun. And he'd be doing the math. And then he knows how to program it so good, just without even pressing the keys. He goes like, some shit. He's a fucking genius. So
wow.
it was all just accidental, to tell you the truth. Really? So then we did the first one, because I was just tired of like all these fucking like random shits. So I just wanted to put like,
you want to put something together that had a little more cohesiveness.
Yeah,
that it was.
Yeah. So then I just drew the cover and then just made that tape. Released it on the ad while I was selling bags and shit. Be like, yeah, get this shit for free with the bag or whatever.
Okay.
And then it was ever since then it's been on. So
dope. That's ill. That's
oh shit!
Ill.
Speak of the devil, look at this nigga.
Who's that?
There's that nigga Flow King, Death Grip. Yo,
shouts to Death Grip, yo.
Shout out to
he tuned in. He called up and tuned in.
Speak of the devil, yo. I don't hardly ever chill with that nigga no more.
Yo, he heard it. He felt it in the wind.
That's true, dog. Yo, that shit bugged me out. This shit tapped. Ooh, what the feds at, nigga? Oh shit.
No,
that
crazy.
Nigga, yeah. So it's crazy when he's gonna hear this shit. He's gonna be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That shit bugged out.
No, it's something else. Fucking universe be working. So you dropped the tape. How far along from there did you decide? Well, how was the reaction? You got a good reaction off the tape, I imagine, or was?
Check this out, like everybody around us was like, yeah, whatever, like, you know, it was alright.
Mm-hmm.
We was loving it. You know, I was thinking I was gonna make $1 million. Then I served somebody up. I forgot exactly who it was. I think it was like the 4 Horsemen nigga. I forgot his name, but I don't know if you're familiar with them. They also some.
Nah, it's the first time I heard.
They used to be popping. They had like money behind them back in the day.
Okay.
And they would pull up like in the motherfucking, you know, Yukon on 26s to cop from you and shit, because I had the chunky ass 2 for 8s back in the day. And I'll give them the CD, and then they make music, and they got a real studio, so when they come back, I'm like, yo, did you fuck with the CD? And it's like, Mogly, that shit was garbage as fuck, my nigga. We threw that shit out the window, nigga. We frisbeed that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like maybe one track was alright, like the Godfather shit. Everything else on that shit was garbage. And I was like, damn, for real? And they're like, yeah, man, this shit was whack. And then I was like, whatever. I didn't take no offense to it, but I was like, was I really fooling myself? Because I thought she was dope, and then I go back to listen to it, and the quality is garbage. You know what I'm saying? Like, pretty much everything about that shit is garbage. You know what I'm saying? So I saw it, because at the first time I was like on cloud 9 in my own little microcosm, whatever the fuck they call it. Loving my own shit, just because it's the first time I ever created something. But then in reality, that shit garbage. You know what I'm saying? So then I saw it, and I was like, ever since then, it's been like a never-ending fight to like to perfect my craft type shit.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much definitely a major issue with me. It's like, you know, always make shit better.
Evolving.
You know? Yeah, getting better equipment, better everything. You know, just not taking it for a game like this shit. I mean, it's all about, you know, just having fun with me and shit. But at the same time, not releasing no whack shit, keeping the whack shit. Like, you know, we still do plenty of garbage whack shit, but we just don't.
We don't see the light of day.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We got the garbage folder.
Yeah.
So we keep that shit in, you know what I'm saying? Type shit.
Yeah.
So.
Yo, one thing that's definitely not garbage is that the wolf and the eagle die in the end. I should have said spoiler alert. But yeah, the wolf and the eagle die in the end.
Yeah,
that's you and DJ X's.
Shout out to DJ X.
Now my concern here as someone who, I mean, a big fan of hip hop, who used to write, when did DJs get so dope at rhyming?
Right? He one of the greatest, dog. He one of the hardest.
What is that, yo?
He better than Tony Toka, that's for sure.
Bro, it took me back, because I'm sitting there going, all right, off rip, just looking at the cover.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, so it's Mogly and the DJ.
Yeah.
Let's say I equated it to Primo and Royce.
Yeah.
Like, just that's what I'm expecting to get into.
Yeah.
Then I'm familiar with your voice. Yeah. I hear his voice, and I was like, yo, wait, what? Like, there's another voice on here that's not Mogly. And it was dude, and I was like, yo, is this DJ X's rhyming on this?
Yeah, man. Yo,
I thought he was there for just production value.
Yo, he really shined on that shit too.
Yes,
bro.
He did.
Motherfucking thing.
Yes, he did. So which concerns me. Like I said, it goes back to. I mean, it takes me back to the day when I was coming up listening to Run DMC, which Run was DJ Run originally, and so it took me back to that, and I was like, oh shit, dudes are in trouble. If DJs start rapping like that, dudes are in trouble.
Yeah, it used to be you be the DJ because you couldn't rap or some shit, or if you had money or some shit. But most DJs I know, it's like they don't really do both type shit.
Yeah,
know? Yeah. DJ, like really, what you're doing is like you're kind of like a host. You know what I'm saying? Like you make a show
set the vibe.
You know what I'm saying? Type shit. You know, and yeah, man, he really shined on that shit, man, for real. Like. He did his motherfucking thing. No,
but not him alone, man. The Wolf, I think it's a dope contrast. Yeah. Definitely a dope contrast between the both of y'all. You guys killed it. I have a close homeboy of mine. Shouts to Big Trez. I put him on.
Yeah.
And he's a big fan. He's like, yo, the Mogly shit is dope. And but then he'll turn around and look at me. He's like, this ain't even your type of music.
Oh yeah.
He'll point out, he knows me. He known me for years. And he's like, yo, he goes, I'm having a hard time believing you like this.
Well, what's your type of music?
Well, I'm more boom bap orientated.
So you don't think it's boom bap?
No, it is. But that's what I was gonna.
I was fucking with you.
Now there's none of it in there. I was waiting for that one track.
Descriptions and names and genres and labels and all that shit.
Correct.
It's for the birds, really. You know?
It's true. Because then you end up pigeonholing you. No pun intended. You know what I'm saying?
I only like boom bap, nigga. Like what the fuck? You don't like Mozart, nigga? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's music is everywhere. But I mean, my tendencies, like coming up, like you said, mid '90s, early '90s to late '90s. My shit was like I was one track minded. Yeah. Like it had to sound like this.
I feel you. A lot of people was like that too.
And then Outkast came along, and then I'm like, oh shit, yo, it don't have to sound like what I'm used to, but these cats is spitting, and they do incorporate some of the elements that I've come to hold dear in a sense, which brings me to this project where it's like when he tells me, yo, I can't believe you like it. I'm like, yo, no, I like it because Mogly spits. And then he spits over anything. Like,
it's true.
The young cats nowadays, you put in an instrumental, and if it's not in their pocket, they won't touch it.
That's true.
You know? So, I see that, and I appreciate it. So, I was like, oh, fuck, yeah, I gotta give him his props, yo.
That's what's up.
And that's what we're here to do. Give you props, yo, your flowers.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it.
Nah. So, how did that come about with you and X's? How did y'all build on that?
Man, I was just outside, I think. Outside somewhere. It might have been New Wave, some shit, playing billiard.
Okay.
Getting fucked up, some shit. And then I usually keep like a pack of CDs on me and shit. And then whenever I see somebody, that kind of look like us or whatever, I'd be like, yo, y'all get the CD. If you don't like number 1, throw it out the window. But if you like number 1, fuck with number 2 type shit. He's like, yo, is this shit whack? I'll be like, nigga, just play that shit. He's like, all right, I'm gonna play it. So then I seen him, I think like a couple months or something later. And then I guess he really liked that shit. He played it like the Power Lines, I think it was. I gave it to him. And then he was like, oh shit, it's like the hardest shit I ever heard type shit. Or something he told me. I'm like, word, man, I'm glad you liked it, this and that. And so I just keep bumping into him. And then I bumped into him at the Low Life barbecue, some shit, at the Granny's house, whatever they call it. And then, you know, he was just like, yo, your shit is dope. You gotta fuck with your shit, man. We should do something, this and that. And you know how just people talking shit, whatever. I'm like, yeah, and I never heard him rap before. And then I guess I just bumped into him. Come to find out, we like neighbors. He lived right down the street.
Oh, okay.
He in Cutler Ridge. And he just came to the crib once and we chopped it up. And then we just like showing each other music. And he's like, God damn. And I'm like, oh shit, man, you ain't even like a DJ rapper. You like a rapper type nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you really dope. And he's like, yeah, man, like, let's make a thing. Let's make a tape. I'm like, word, I'm with it. I'm down to fuck with anybody that's dope, that's down to do shit, tell you the truth. I mean, so I was like, I'm with it. Boom. And then I just started sitting on the tracks from here. And then he rapped to it. And then, you know, he was taking a sweet time with it. I ain't gonna front. And then I lost the studio, whatever, because the shit just stopped working one day. So then the shit was like gone for like a year. But then he had the studio at his crib. And then we just finished it up over there. And then once it was finished, we was like, oh shit, let's drop this shit. Boom. And it was there. Boom. That was about it. So it was real simple. Like, if the studio didn't die, I probably would have done like, you know, I don't know, 3 to 4 months, but it took like a year.
Wow.
Because the studio died, so there's like that big gap. And then, you know what I'm saying? And then, yeah, then we dropped it, man. And shout out to all the Low Life family and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like,
indeed.
He did his thing. He came through, he shined, represented. That shit was hard as fuck. Now, I ain't gonna front. A lot of people can't keep up on me, like on that, you know, lyrical type shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, most people just, I'd go fast, you know, like I record fast, I drop it fast, boom, boom, boom. Like, yeah, man, he really did his motherfucking thing, man. He shined on that shit. He killed every fucking verse. You know, which is dope.
Yeah, indeed.
Props to that nigga.
Yo, for real. Shouts to DJ Axis. You know, it's good to hear. It's good to hear that was his reaction, which is a long way from the first time you told somebody, "Yo, check this out," and they were like, "Yo, there was one song that was decent," and they took it out. So it come a long way, but it putting in that work then.
Well, that's not the same shit, you know. I mean, one is the like '90s. This is like,
no, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying
it came a long way. Yeah,
it came a long way from like the first time when somebody rolled up in a Yukon and was like, "Yo, here, you want to check this out?" Also, it's talking about evolution.
Hell yeah.
That's great. Yeah, that's great. I mean, some imagery would have been dope.
Oh man, it's probably still on the way and shit, but you know how it is, man. Times
with what's going on now, it's hard to manage that where you could put together some visuals.
Yeah.
The homie Orion was on there, 7 ounces of iron.
Yeah.
He produced that joint.
That shit sounded
dope. Yo, shouts. There's not many episodes of this that goes by without me shouting Orion.
Orion's the motherfucking man. He's everywhere, dog. He's like the motherfucking, you know, the watcher. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's like, you know what I'm saying? He should have been on that Dre song. Shout out to Orion, man. Me and him gonna make a tape too. The Wolf and the Wizard, or the Wizard Wolf, or some shit.
Damn.
Some shit like that. Because he's a wizard, you know?
Got you.
So I guess, you know, hopefully all the Riot beats and...
Yo, you heard it. You heard it here. It's gonna happen.
She's gonna be hard, whoa.
WDDH Radio. Y'all tune into that too. For real. So, well, that kind of leads me into the next question. We segue pretty well is, so, future projects besides...
Man, my next future project I'm down, you know, I'm happy for that. I'm excited to do that Orion shit. I've been working a lot with my nigga Art. You know, he been sending me a lot of beats.
Art Marrera.
Art Marrera.
Yo, shouts to Art Marrera. Another gem when it comes to music, for South Florida music. He out on the road now.
Yeah.
Check him out on Twitch, y'all. Anybody who's on Twitch, who's got the app, go check out Art Marrera. That cat lets you in to the studio sessions. Like, you get...
He's a fucking beast. If you listen to the shit he be fucking making on that shit, like, yo, he be making some crazy shit. Like, he really on another level. He make the beats to everything, you know?
Yeah. So. He's not lying. Mowgli's telling you the truth right there. You're not wrong when you're right.
I used to cuss Art out. I'd be like, yo, man, your beats, the drums ain't heavy enough, nigga. Them shit sound like Casio drums, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I used to be like, yo, fucking do something with the drums, nigga. Do something with the drums. You just always keep them little fucking passive, whatever the fuck, drum kits, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck, man? And then ever since I cussed him out for like 2 years straight, like he's changed the beats completely. So there's no more of that Casio shit. It's just fucking heavy musical fucking greatness.
Yeah.
So I take credit for that, you know what I'm saying?
Dope. That's you. Hey,
yeah, that's all me.
That's all you.
You know
and then
saying?
he was nice enough to have you on Buena Gente.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
that's how that worked out.
Shout out to that Buena Gente, yeah, man. So, but I ain't gonna front, he's on like a whole nother level than Buena Gente right now.
Oh no,
like,
indeed.
Like I got the little
Mad World.
I got the inside loop and track or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
He be sending me shit.
Okay.
Like besides the shit that he hasn't released yet, man, he be making some
we should stay tuned.
magnificent shit. Like for real, I'll be astonished when I listen to his shit. It's that good.
Yo, shouts again, man. You know, home team product down south. You know, we discussed you getting the studio back up and running.
Thank you for donating, my nigga.
Bro, I was more than happy to, man.
That was crazy, man. Like I didn't even want to do that shit, my nigga. I think it was Ari. He was like, nigga, what you gotta lose? Just try it. Cause look, if you look around you, there's mad fucking hand-me-down computers from everybody. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to get that shit back up and running. And this shit got like Pro Tools 7, but don't take the presets or whatever the fuck that makes it sound so good. This shit, you know, you gotta get, I don't know, just all kinds of shit that just didn't work. And then it's just sitting there getting depressed with all this fucking equipment and none of this shit works. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then he was like, man, just try that shit. And I was like, man, fuck it, man. What I gotta lose? And I didn't think I was gonna get shit from it. You know, maybe a couple $100 or something.
So you threw up the GoFundMe. You put out the bat signal for those hip hop heads.
Like the first 10 minutes, that shit was like at $500.
Wow.
Like, what the fuck?
That's
that
beautiful,
shit
bro.
bugged me out. And I was like, God damn, nigga. Like a nigga was almost in tears and shit.
Wow.
And then that shit just kept going up. And that shit got to like, I think it got up to like 1,200. And then I just put the rest on it. Bought a laptop, bought the Pro Tools, bought the fucking the interface, the Focusrite.
Yeah,
I got inbox. I guess you call it inbox.
Yeah,
but just got that shit. Now we back up and running, baby. And
beautiful.
And you donated, so
bro. Hey,
anything you need all day, I got you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that for real. No joke. Y'all check it out. I mean, I guess so. For my listeners, man, get familiar now, so that you could eventually realize. I mean, you realize it now, and then you get into the new music coming out that's produced by the studio that so many people were involved getting together.
And there's 20 people. Look, I have the list right next to me. Dog.
Oh,
I'm sending everybody care packages.
Nice.
And not everybody want to be known, so I ain't gonna like read out all the names and shit.
No, I hear you.
Want to stay private and shit.
I hear you, but definitely, I mean, these cats wouldn't mess with you unless they knew.
Yeah, well, I almost know everybody, but there's like 3 that I don't even know who they is, so I'm still looking for them niggas. Like Louis Gerardo, if you like, you know what I'm saying. I might know him, but I'm just not familiar with the regular name.
I got you.
So DM me, you know what I'm saying. Like a couple of people, like I don't exactly know who they was. So, but I want to know everybody because I'm gonna be sending out care packages and all types of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Dope.
But yeah, so now I got this shit back. My next shit is like, cause I always be like, you know, I got like a bunch of shit out, but I like never put like a real album out with like all original beats from niggas I know type shit. So that's like my next main focus. So I'm hoping like Orion look out and Art look out and anybody that make beats and shit. You know what I'm saying? Send me some shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like my problem is I flip anything, but I'm not always happy with it. You know, can't even always live with it. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So I'll flip anything and everything. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I need help, man. Send me some beats. Send me them big bangers and shit that change and transform and got heavy drums. You know what I'm saying? Type shit.
Yo, sequences take you through different emotions. You know? Yeah.
So that's my next main project that I'm kind of like got my eyes set, but I don't really got nothing, you know, solid towards it yet.
Okay.
You know? So that's like my next goal or whatever.
Got you. Yo, well, so I guess let's take care of the official business, which is you letting the people know where to find you so that when that happens, when that next project drops, they'll be in sync with you. They'll be synchronized, ready to go.
Man, I'll just be it's just DubPMogly. It's like anywhere, I guess. DubPMogly, like Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, whatever the fuck it is. It's DubPMogly, SoundCloud, DubPMogly. But there's a bunch of SoundCloud, so once you get to DubPMogly, you just gotta follow like all your other accounts because my SoundClouds be filling up quick. You know that whatever 4 hours or 6 hours they give you.
Got you.
That shit's all the way full. So you gotta go to like all the other ones because like DubPMogly, and then there's like DubPMoneyMogly, and then there's like Watch Wolves, Werewolves, and then there's like Vibe Marley and shit. So there's like a bunch. So you gotta do like your little, you know what I'm saying, your search or your history or whatever. You just gotta see the shit I be reposting,
Yo, that's the contra code right there, because I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Because when I was putting up my episodes up front on the free joint, they were like, "Oh, hold on a second, you reach your limit."
Yeah.
So you just gave me the up, down, left, right. It's like
it's weird because they be tripping.
Make a different name.
At first, I think it was like 2 hour limit, and they changed it to 4 or some shit. So at the first, when it was 2 hours, obviously we had to make a bunch. You know what I'm saying? You know, we had to make a bunch to. You know, because the 2 hours run out like this.
Yeah.
Then I think it went to 4, and I think it's at 6 now. I'm not even sure what it's at really. But so then when we made a bunch, then each had another limit. So then we got old shit with new shit because we just fill up the old shit. So it's weird. So all kinds of shit is.
But the home base is DubPMogly.
Yeah, DubPMogly, everything. Or you just type in wolves with a X and a Z, like WXLVEZ.
Okay.
And that's like the what's it called? Like the hashtag that I add to all this shit.
Got you.
So that shit will just pop up on SoundCloud, like the genre or whatever. I just put wolves, and it's spelled different, so it's like the only one.
Got you.
So if you want to do that, you just find shit like that. And then if you want to download any albums, it's DubPMogly at Blogspot, I think it is, which is like an old ass place, but it's just got all like the MediaFire links, like
okay,
the zips, which last forever.
Got you.
So they got all that shit, and they got all
the closest thing to actually owning.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you want the hard copy, there's only a couple hard copies left of certain shit.
Okay.
You know, there's not that many. Most of them all got lost in the sauce type shit. I mean, passed out, you know?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah, but most cats don't even mess around with the physical.
The only niggas I got is like Charles, Chronicles of the Devil.
Yeah, Chronicles,
Sherm and Manifesto, the S&M.
S&M joint, alright.
Yeah, look, here's a problem. I was like,
dope. You know? Excellent. Yeah, so it's BrewsBeats&Eats. It feels good to be back. Beginning of season 2. First guest, Mogly. Y'all know where to find them. Y'all know where to get the music. Make sure you do that. Also, I'm going to have all the links in the description box. So don't fear, don't fret unless you want to go back and listen to that. That's cool too. It's BrewsBeats&Eats, the podcast. I'm Old Headed. Y'all stay tuned. BrewsBeats&Eats, the podcast. Yes, and we're back. Season 2. Very few things change. Some things change, some things haven't. I think this is one segment that the guests would refuse to partake in in the podcast if I told them that this changed. This doesn't change. It's BrewsBeats&Eats. So we got to get through these brews before we progress. You got to know Mogly in the first segment. We talked music, early struggles of coming up with a project that was worthy, and then finally getting there, and just constantly creating dope shit. But now we're in the brew segment. This is where that's pretty much the rules here. I put 4 beers in front of you, Mogly. All different types, different styles, and I'll have you try them one by one. We'll talk a little bit in between. By the time we're all done, if you can give me like a 1 through 4 ranking, which one you preferred most, least.
So I just go?
So yeah, we can go ahead and jump into that first one.
Right.
You don't have to do the whole thing. You can sample it. If you like it, you can go back to it. We could do that. As a matter of fact, I haven't had this one either, so I'm gonna pour up for myself as well.
Smells funky. And
then I'll let the people know what we're dealing with here. So, actually, you know what? I'm going to take a sip of that, too. All right, so while you're figuring that out, this one here is the Gerst Amber, and it's from the Yazoo Brewing Company out of Nashville, Tennessee. It's an alt beer, which you know what? I slipped and I didn't do the homework on alt beer, but I've heard of wit beer before, which is a white beer. But this was an alt beer. It clocks in at a 4.9%, and like I said, it's brewed out of Tennessee. What do you think of that one?
I don't know, man. That shit tastes like dog food, man.
Does it? Okay.
It tastes like dog food. It smells like dog food. It tastes like old wood or some shit. I don't know.
It does. It does have a fragrance at the beginning. The taste doesn't necessarily match the fragrance.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's not your cup of tea or your cup of beer.
I'm a wolf, man. I don't fuck with that dog food.
Okay. With that, let's not hesitate. We're going to leave that one be. Yeah. So, before we get into that second one, though, early beer memories, man. The first time you remember cracking a beer, the first time maybe somebody leaned over and be like, yo, here, try this.
Man, you know, I grew up in Germany, so I can't even remember my first beer memory. But I do remember not liking it. So, yeah, I never liked beer and shit until I came to Miami. And then I was looking for some shit to drink or some shit. When I first came to America, Miami, America, whatever, I was over there by the the Pink Complex over there by Malibu and shit. Over there by Flagler and shit.
Okay.
So when I first got here, man, I was, fresh off the boat type shit, and I would just go into the gas station, and I only had pants, because in Germany it's cold all the time, so you never had shorts, and I'm used to stealing shit all the time. I used to be a little fucking thief and shit. That's just how it is in Germany and shit. So I go into the motherfucking thing, I'm chilling with these crazy motherfuckers, I forgot their name was, but it was just some, crazy chicos, whatever, and then I just go in there, and since they didn't, because in Germany we steal liquor in the gas station, because they sell liquor in gas stations all over the place. It's just a normal thing. So they didn't have no liquor. I was like, what the fuck? So I just saw these quarts, and I stole like a fucking quart of Budweiser, like a fucking quart. Just put like 2 in the pants, legs and shit, and just walked out. And they was like, what the fuck, Mogly? You crazy, dog? You can't just steal shit like that out here. I was like, what the fuck? What the hell? No, we tripping. And then we popped the fucking quarts and drank that shit, got twisted. It tasted like water, you know what I'm saying? Tasted
compared
like
to
nothing.
the beers from
over there.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh shit, I like this American beer and shit. So that's kind of like my first memory. And then it's been downhill from there, you know what I'm saying? Type shit.
So, well, let's get into the second beer. Hopefully it's not downhill from here. So this second beer.
This one tastes a little coffee-ish. I mean, smells a little coffee.
Okay, you're getting the scent of that. That one is that one's the Kobe.
Oh man, it tastes like a fucking colada.
American Pale Ale.
It tastes like a straight colada. You tasted it?
No, not yet.
That shit tastes like a straight colada.
Let's see.
Like, I don't know if I want colada in my beer.
Oh wait, hold on a second.
I don't know. It's gotta be like the day after or some shit.
I fucked that up. Second season in, you think that I would have figured this out by now? I was talking about the wrong beer. You tried the right beer, but I had the wrong one in the spot. So hold on. All right, because I want to get on the same page here and try the one you're testing out. So the one you're actually drinking now is the Intercoastal Amber, and it's from Big Top Brewing, based out of Central Florida. This one specifically came from their Gainesville location. It's the Red Ale American Amber. It clocks in at a 5.2. You said it had notes of colada in it.
Smells like straight coffee and tastes like coffee.
This is also one that's not very pleasing to the smell.
Yeah, man. Like that's the kind of beer I drink like after I'm like on a cocaine binge for 2 days and need to go to work or some shit.
There's definitely some coffee in there. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like coffee beer or dog food beer. My bad. I know you don't know about this shit. You didn't pick these shits out for me. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. But that's what we're here for. We're here to try things out.
Definitely not knocking you. That's
you know, I understood. Listen, there's times where I've had beers up here where I'm like, yeah, why do people drink this?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And the great thing is that nobody sponsors me, so
yeah.
They ain't gonna get their feelings hurt. You know, they're not gonna be like, oh, we didn't get our money's worth because we sponsored them, send them free beers. I pay for these shits. Yeah. But nah, this is what we're here to do. We're here to try it out. You know what I'm saying? That's what got me down the path of doing the podcast. Was like, yo, I got into like trying different beers. So I'm like, yo, let me see what somebody else's opinion is on them. So right now we got dog food and coffee. And coffee, which we're not a fan of either one. Do you drink coffee normally?
Nah, I don't.
See, I don't fuck with coffee either.
Yeah, I don't.
And people look at me strange.
Wrong, I could appreciate like a good cup of fucking coffee and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't do nothing. I don't fuck with it at all.
So what are you drinking nowadays as far as beer?
I just drink Hollandia, man.
Hollandia's the one.
Hollers, man. Hollers.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Hollers. Hollandia. That's just the shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
When did you come across that one? Like from the point where
I was on the Ave, 152 at the Quickie, RIP the Quickie. Okay. I was on the Ave serving and shit, and then them bitches, they were just in there instead of drinking the Colt 45s or the fucking OE quarts and shit. I was like, let me get one of these singles or whatever, and it was like $1. So they was cheap, and then the 4-pack, the 6-pack was like $4, and the single was like $1. So you could just go back in all day, just get the single. And then, the shit was good. They cheaper than Heineken. They better than Heineken. They from Holland and shit. So, I don't know. I found that shit on the Ave, and then I just drink them bitches ever since. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ever since Bex fucked me over.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Bex.
So,
There's no Bex. No Bex. We ain't fucking with Bex over here.
Bex.
They've been banned from the podcast.
For real. Fuck with Bex.
Dope. Let's get into this third one.
All right. Let me clean my palate with some
Please do. Yes. Yeah. Do that.
All right.
This third one right here. This is also from Big Top Brewing. It's their Okobe. It's a pale ale.
Oh my
god. There was I don't know if it picked it up, but there was an oh my god off the fragrance alone. So this is gonna be interesting. It clocks in at a 5.2. Also out of Central Florida.
Well, it smells like that. That wheat, that real strong wheat. That what's it called? I think it's called Hefeweizen or some shit.
Hefeweizen. Okay.
I don't know what it's called in American shit, but it's like real pungent.
Okay.
It's like
it does
smells
have
like that shit that you stick in an orange. You know what I'm saying? Like those little brown things or some shit. Those weird. I don't know what they call them. I don't know how to say it in English.
Should say it in German.
I think it's Hefeweizen.
Hefeweizen.
This is not that bad. It tastes like, that expensive whole wheat bread or some shit.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Like, at least this is something to actually put in beer to make beer, It's just really, like, pronounced. So, this one is, like, decent, even though, like, I don't like that.
It's an off-putting smell at the beginning.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like they put too much of it.
Got you.
But I mean that's not terrible, but
yeah,
it tastes like like pumpernickel or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, on some old rye.
Yeah, rye. There you go. Rye. That's probably what I'm looking for.
Yeah, rye.
It tastes like straight rye bread or something. Exactly, that's what it is. Rye bread. Whatever the fuck they use to make rye bread, they put too much of that shit.
That type of wheat.
I don't care like undertones of that shit, but that shit is just like only that smell or whatever. Fuck.
Yeah.
I got a wolf's nose, dog. I be smelling shit like extremely fucking. Like,
sensitive,
my nose is big as fuck, dog. I can't even play, dog. I be like, I be smelling shit, yo.
Yeah.
I know people that just be drinking shit. They're like, oh no. I be like, nah.
They just moving through it.
I be picky, not because I'm picky, just because I can't fuck with a lot of shit. Cause
got the heightened senses.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's no joke.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Now, I mean, I'm gonna attribute that a little bit to your experiences in Germany with German beer. I know we touched on it a little bit before.
When I was a little jit, I didn't ever like beer. Everybody gave me beer, I never drink that shit. When they gave me wine, I'll be tearing that shit up. When you're like 6 years old, they give you all the fucking liquor and shit.
Really? Okay.
So the wine is good as fuck out there. So I was more of a wine nigga. That sounds stupid now because here in America, like rich people drink wine. Over there, like poor people drink wine.
Wow.
And no beer or whatever. But then, when I was like a little teenager shit, I was just like mostly like a liquor nigga. I was like mostly like, I don't know, whatever the fuck it was, just going crazy. But the beer was always too strong for me, too much. But now I'm really appreciative of shit, but, just like I don't know what it is. Like, I just like some German shit, really.
Yeah. Yeah, you gravitate towards that.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why I used to hate it, but I can taste the quality of shit. That German purity law, whatever the fuck that shit is, this is real deal. You can tell the difference. Like if you drink a 12-pack of some American shit, the next day you feel like shit. You got a headache, all kinds of shit. You drink a 12-pack of some German shit, you straight the next day. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
It's different,
True. I'm gonna have to look that up. The German purity laws.
Yeah, that's
definitely something that it's always good to keep in mind too. And I'm sure
in America, like the fucking more liquor shit they be making.
Oh yeah, no, that's like rejected shit. That's like the leftover shit. Like, yo, what do we do with this?
That shit to poison poor people and shit. That's still reserved type shit.
For real.
God, you can kill people with that shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
something's not right.
The level, like over there in Czechoslovakia, or some shit, they got beer that's like 12%. And that's regular.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? That's just how they make it, but it's mad good though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's drinkable.
It's mad flavorful, but it gets you twisted. It's just they make it different in different countries.
Yeah.
But over here, it's like, let's make it a high alcohol level with a bunch of like heavy metals and fucking dog shit. It's crazy. And then you drink it and go crazy. Your mind changes, altered and shit. All them buns crazy.
Wow. Drinking
like fucking, poison.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, for sure. Yeah, man. I mean, we have a whole segment dedicated to food, but if they do to the food what we know they do to the food, it's like the alcohol ain't that far away from that.
Yeah,
like it don't mean that lines that they draw the line at alcohol.
Yeah, man. If you live on Mickey D's and fucking Still Reserve, you're gonna die when you like 27 and shit.
Yeah,
that type shit.
You're gonna revert back to the 1800s where people got to like 30 and that was old. Wilding. Yeah. Dope. Well, let's get into this last one.
All right, last one.
Yeah, man. I put you through the first three, so we might as well.
Yeah, the last one got a coffee flavor too.
Does it? Okay. That one, you know what? Let me pour
coffee and dog shit.
Hey, listen. So I'm gonna tie that in together. This is actually called Dos Perros.
Oh, damn! Dos Perros.
Yeah. All right. So this is Dos Perros. This is also from the Yazoo Brewing Company out of Nashville, Tennessee. It's their brown ale.
It tastes like coffee and dog shit.
Does it? And it
smells like. I mean, just hints of it.
Yeah, it ain't no overpowering coffee and dog shit taste.
The first one was overpowered dog shit. The second one was overpowered coffee.
And this is the hybrid.
Yeah,
this is the combination of the two.
They're just lazy. Had some left over. Let's mix these two to make a batch.
Yo, so that's their brown ale. It clocks in at a 5.4, brewed out of Tennessee. I thought it was clever. I was like, I picked this up while I was up in Tennessee, and when I realized I was gonna sit down with you, I was like, oh, I'm gonna bring this one because the logo, the label on it has two dogs out there howling at the moon. So I was like, it's the closest thing as I can get to something that references
But you can
wolves.
tell those are dogs.
But those are dogs.
Yeah,
those blatantly are dogs.
Yeah.
The coat don't shine.
Wolves don't entertain no pussy ass dogs.
They don't bring them along.
Dogs is like, slave and shit. And they gave up. They wanted that free food and shit.
Yeah, yo, Mogly. Yeah, man, those are the 4 beers.
That's what's up. Hey, I appreciate it.
Hey, no, I appreciate your opinion on them.
I'll try anything once.
I appreciate your opinion on them. So the last thing left to do is pretty much, which is gonna be tough, I think.
To drink them?
No, to give me like a 1 through 4, like, because there's a couple of them.
Well, one is this one, the Hefeweizen, whatever, the red one.
That was the Okobi, the pale ale.
And then I'll go, I don't know, coffee and dog shit.
Okay, all right. So for those at home keeping track, he went Okobi 1. All right, Dos Perros is actually number 2, and it's Dos Perros, which is, if you know Spanish, that's 2, and that actually came in number 2. And then you went the Intercoastal Amber as number 3, and dead last we had the Gerst Amber. I know it was gonna be a challenge considering that there was several of them that you didn't like, but
hey, I didn't know I didn't like them, man. I'll try anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They could have been bomb as fuck. I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know.
I think if you've come up tasting a certain style and adapting to it, I got a homeboy of mine that all he drinks is Guinness. Yeah, we would pull up.
Guinness not that bad, but it's not that special either,
Yeah,
it's straight.
But
at least that's like a real beer that tastes like beer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
it don't taste like they put like somebody's shoe in that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. After walking,
I gotta take
after walking a mile, yo, hit it. Y'all know what's up. Mogly went through the 4 beers. Wasn't impressed with many of them, if any. But we did what we were supposed to do here. That was sample these beers and get his opinion. That's how we do here at Brews, Beats and Eats. So stick around. We still got Beats and Eats to talk about. We're back in a second. Brews, Beats and Eats, the podcast. Yes, we accomplished what we came to do. We got Mogly in the house. You know who I am, Old Head Ed. We tried 4 beers. We got Mowgli's thoughts on the beers, dog shit and coffee. You know exactly what we're talking about at this point. But now we get into a segment where we get into my guest's musical taste. This is where we talk about the music that moves them, the music that inspires, what we can find on their playlist. So Mogly, let's start there, man. What's your playlist looking like nowadays?
Oh man, I don't even know, man. Let's see, man. Lately, shit. What I've been bumping lately? You know what I've been bumping lately? I've been bumping some nigga named Oliver Tree.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him?
Oliver Tree.
I don't know. I've been bumping that nigga. I've been bumping a bunch of Art Rivera shit. He sent me all this unreleased shit.
I have heard of him.
Yeah. He be sending me some shit I've been playing on repeat and shit when I wake up just to make me feel good and shit for the day. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, I be bumping all that wolf shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no doubt.
You know, but let's see. I mean, let's see. What else do I be bumping? Then I mean, it's weird because back in the day, you would always remember exactly what you're listening to and shit. Nowadays, because you don't have like a
physical
ephemeral, you know what I'm saying? It's
yeah.
Like, you forget. I've been bumping a lot of Sauce Walker out of Texas. I don't know why. I just fucked with him.
Sauce Walker?
Yeah, Sauce Walker out of Texas. He got this little artist named Peso, some little Mexican Chico. He's just kind of hard as shit.
Okay.
Let me see what else I've been bumping. Damn, I don't know.
I think it's harder. Yeah, like you said, it's there's truth behind that it's harder to remember nowadays because there's an influx. There's like a flood of shit that's going on as opposed to back then.
I think it's like not going out and getting the physical copy itself type shit. It's like you just type it in and then whatever, and then it's like it's no mission behind it. So it's like,
and it's a lot harder to. I mean, back then you knew who produced the track, who played who played, like where they sampled it from. If someone
shit.
played an instrument on it, you knew exactly because you spent time with that. You had something in your hand you could physically touch.
And because it's so easy, like I give everything a gander or some shit, give everything a check, but then so much, it's like you don't even remember nothing at the end type shit. I did like that Royce 5'9", but that's already old.
The Allegory?
Yeah, that shit.
That was tight.
I think it was it the Allegory? Whatever the latest one was.
It was the Allegory.
Was it? That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
I really fuck with all the Griselda shit. That shit's hard. You know what I'm saying?
That's
about
another.
That Freddie Gibbs, I think.
Okay, the bandana or the pinata.
I think the new one with
Alfredo.
Yeah, the Alfredo
with Alchemist.
And then I was checking out what's his name, Boldy with Alchemist, Boldy James, I guess.
I heard he just got signed to Griselda.
I heard some kind of rumors or some shit. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good thing to be signed to Griselda, you know? I mean, they hard as fuck, but, you know what I'm saying? Like, Benny the Butcher. He be sending
they got
me,
a core. He
be sending me DMs like, yo, you should jump on this mixtape. Just send me,
really?
Just send me $500. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, some Spanish shit. I'm like, come on, Benny.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
That's a trip, yo. Because you know, there's several people that he's throwing that out to.
Yeah.
It's just like casting a wide net to see how many fish you pull in.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know if I want to sign to Griselda. No disrespect.
You fuck with the radio at all? Nah,
I don't have radio. No access to radio. I don't even own a radio.
Word. Yeah. I was telling somebody a while back, like I haven't heard like contemporary or pop radio. Like I haven't sat down and listened to like let it play in forever.
Yeah,
they got too many options nowadays. You got.
I listened to Snoop and DMX on.
Did you check that out?
Yeah, you didn't check it out?
Nah, I'm not a.
See, now those are two of my favorite albums all time. Nigga.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Like the Snoop
Doggy Style album, and
Doggy Style was like to me like one of the greatest.
Hell is what is it?
Dark is Hot and Hell is Hot. Or
it's Dark and Hell is Hot.
Yeah. Those two albums, like when that first Snoop came out, like goddamn, that shit was crazy. Like you know, that shit was just something else completely. And everybody was bumping that shit over there in Germany. Matter of fact,
wow.
I'm on the school bus going to the army school or some shit, you know. And then they just bumping that shit. That shit was crazy. You know, like every track is crazy. You know, the Dre shit was crazy, but that Snoop shit was another level. You know, back in the day when that shit came out, and that shit just changed the game on everything. Like, that shit like low key might be the greatest album of all time.
Really,
for real.
Okay,
I mean, just think about it. Like that's when everybody really started getting like platinum all the time, and you know what I'm saying. It was just him doing him, but still like I don't know. It's just
platinum started becoming a regular occurrence.
You know what I'm saying?
Because cats before then they was hitting platinum, but it was years after they was kind of like now. Like now they sell an album and to go gold is a great accomplishment,
like
but that shit don't happen. Yeah. But that shit don't happen first week. It's like you'll see somebody drop, and then months later they'll put up a post. Hey, we just hit gold.
Yeah, and man, he just I don't know. And this every fucking track, every all the jits said, everybody. That shit was just the shit.
Yeah.
To me, that's like one of the definitely contenders. And then of course, Dog and Hella Hot. That shit lasted like 3 summers, man. That shit came out in Germany, and I remember I got deported, and that shit was still over here in Miami. Like when I went to Sunset and shit, motherfuckers was still bumping that shit. You know what I'm saying?
With 2 DMX albums already out after that.
Exactly. They were still with the motherfucking fuck the flesh is my flesh shit. That Dark is Hot.
My blood.
That shit, that shit was the shit. Them shits are both. So I love watching that shit. I mean, it was whatever to watch, but it was dope just to, see Snoop doing his motherfucking thing. That motherfucker's the coolest cat on the whole planet type shit.
Yeah, I can honestly say that about Snoop, like, that I was...
He's something else, though. He's something special, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the personality to me, the personality is better than the music, in my opinion.
He the best out of DMX and everything. He's just good people and shit. Just make you feel wholesome and shit. You know what I mean?
Got you. Yeah. And that's even, we talk about evolution, that's even coming a long way for Snoop.
Yeah, I'll be watching all this GGTV or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck that shit is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you just be like, you know what I'm saying? You just be good people and everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
so what you think about it? You know what I'm saying? Whatever you be doing.
Dope. Yeah, I didn't catch it. I was never a big fan of either one.
Like, man, that's crazy.
There was, I know, it's a lot.
Have you ever heard them albums? Like, that's crazy.
But you know what it was is that I think it was. You
was on that bullshit that you mentioned earlier, where you confine yourself to certain shit.
Yeah, I was stuck on one. My taste is kind of like you with beers.
Well,
bro,
that's so you can't compare that shit.
That
is shit is garbage. It's garbage. If it's good, it's good.
But I'm saying it's like the analogy is that you found.
I don't confine myself.
No, but you found your comfort spot. Like you knew what what's your go-to. You know what I'm saying? It's like you found comfort in here.
Yeah, but that don't mean I won't try some shit.
But you'll try it.
Even if it smells bad.
Yeah. My thing was it was just a victim of, I think, timing. Like Doggy Style, I liked to an extent. You know what I'm saying? There was songs that I liked, but it wasn't like I couldn't relate with a lot of it. But I understood the appeal.
Yeah,
I understood the appeal. And then when DMX came around, I was just Rough Riders. I was so raucous.
Yeah,
and
I see what you said, because when DMX first came out, I was like, what the fuck? It was kind of like out of the blue, even though there was Rough Riders before. You know what I'm saying? But like DMX just kind of like just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So it actually took me a while to actually appreciate. I didn't appreciate it until I came to Miami type shit. Because when it first came out, I had like a double disc with a bunch of cannabis, MJG, like, I had this weird sample out, not sample, but like a sampler, whatever the fuck. Like a bunch of other people from the same record label or some shit. Yeah. And I like that shit better. Like I like the MJG with cannabis. Yeah, like they had this song with cannabis. I like that shit even more at the beginning. But then that shit just grows and grows and grows.
Yeah.
Like over here in Miami, I remember riding out with that shit when I first got here. That shit just, when you bought that Let Me Fly and all that shit. Or like Lottie Dottie and shit.
Right, yeah.
So,
yeah, that was all right. That was a good move on his behalf. Like he breathed life back into that track.
To that Slick Rick joint, Ben.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That shit is just crazy to just be riding out in Miami and smoking too. Both them albums, I got more appreciation for them shits in Miami than when they came out type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, no doubt. I mean, I remember when Gin and Juice dropped, I was in high school, and I remember you pull around the school with that coming out of the system, and it was like everybody's attention was like it had that effect. You could see people mouthing the words as you drive by.
Gin and Juice, what's my motherfucking name? The fucking Lottie Dottie, the Doggy Dog World, the motherfucking, all that shit.
Yeah. I'm not gonna deny that it's a classic. It's just back then it wasn't my particular taste, but shouts to Snoop and DMX, man. I'm surprised DMX showed up.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna be super late.
Or that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Super late, cracked out, shit. I'm glad he popped up, man. You know what I'm saying? Snoop held him down and shit, because you could see DMX is the type of motherfucker that just been like, fuck everybody his whole career. Like, not working with nobody. And then Swiss telling him what to do and shit. Yeah. And then he just like had genuine love for Snoop, like they said, 2 dogs. That shit was fun to watch, so I guess that's kind of what I've been listening to lately.
Oh, alright. Cool. Shit, man, we covered a good amount here. Anybody from down here you checking?
Yeah, man, again.
I mean, besides Art. Well, yeah, Art. I know Art get it.
All in What They Do Boys, Spaz, Sweet Jesus, Orion. Sir Charles, I'm always checking for them boys, because all them boys hard as fuck. DJ XS, him and he got that shit with Keys or some shit. That shit's hard. Down here, did I say Armorera? Yeah. Well, his shit ain't really out, so his shit is out, but I don't know. That new shit is crazy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All that DubP shit. My dog Big G, he got some shit that's out. I don't know if it's out yet, but his shit is pretty fucking hard.
Big G, I gotta check that out. That's gonna be next on
the list. He cut the Rich Boy shit.
Okay.
Man, there's a lot of I was bumping that new Sherm. That shit was fucking Magnum
Opus.
Opus.
Him and Heron. Yeah.
I was like Magnum Opus level right there.
Yeah.
For me, because I bumped a lot of the Sherm shit, and from Gas Money to Mechanical Mystic, RP Solo, to a bunch of shit. So I don't know. This is like his best work.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So that shit was dope. There's a bunch of people actually. Let me see.
Well, we was talking about it earlier. Like, I know we was talking about it earlier when I said, I had been out of the scene for a while.
Yeah.
and doing this podcast kind of brought me back into the fold as to what was out here in South Florida. So
you know what I like No Emotion.
Oh,
like that nigga No Emotion.
Yo,
that
the
shit,
gods.
The gods. I like that shit.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna front. I be bumping that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got that one with the violin heavy track. That shit's hard. I bought that shit a couple times.
Yeah, shouts to No Emotion. Shouts to Us versus the Buff.
Oh, Us versus the Buff. That's my dog Chris, 43K nigga. He shot one of my first videos and shit.
Really?
Back in the day.
Dope.
For the free and shit. He's my dog. That's my dog. We used to be neighbors and shit. He used to live in tennis villas on 147.
Okay.
And I stayed at Panache and we did like a couple rooftops and shit together. Bombed a couple rooftops. We bombed like the rooftop on Walgreens on 147. All kind of shit. That's my dog. Shout out to that nigga. He donated too, man.
Love for sure. Dope, man.
Who else I'm bumping, man? Damn. You know, when you ask, like, you gotta know that shit before with questions and shit, so you write something or some shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hey, this is freestyle off the head.
Yeah. I bumped my brother KMH Tiki Taka, he always killing shit. KMH Tiki Taka always killing
KMH Tiki Taka?
Yeah,
that's another one I gotta put down on my list to check out.
Yeah. And I don't know, man, I guess that's about it.
Dope. Shit. Yeah, we covered a good amount.
Yeah.
Covered a amount. Ultimately, the lesson learned here is support your local music makers, the cats that are doing it, grinding and putting out that.
Oh, that is a real one, dog. That nigga donated, like, I don't even know him that well. He just donated out the blue, man. That shit was heavy, dog. That shit was dope. Appreciate you, man.
Nah, hey, listen, like I said before, man, it's, I could easily go out to this place, that place, cop music from so and so in New York or Virginia or wherever, and then I come to realize that we got flavor here, and we've had flavor here. It's just I stepped away for a minute, but now I'm back in the fold, and I'm loving it, bro. And if it means that cats from my area are putting out quality work, then you gotta support it, man. Because if we don't support you here, it's like, who's gonna support you out there?
Oh, I fuck with my boy Vindicati Spec. Vindicati Spec, my dog, for 152.
Okay.
And then, damn.
Shit, nah, I
don't want to miss nobody. You know,
you gave me a good list of heads that I gotta go back and check.
Yeah,
for sure. Mogly, there's only one thing left to do.
What's that?
And that's, we gotta get into these eats. I mean, we gotta talk food, because if we don't do that, then this podcast ain't complete. The cypher's not complete. So let's wrap this one up. That was the beat segment. BrewsBeats&Eats, the podcast. Y'all know what's up. BrewsBeats&Eats, and we have reached the pinnacle, the mountaintop of the podcast. Cracking another brew.
You hear it, you see it.
Just so that you know, since there's not a visual component this time around, at least you get to hear it, so you know we're partaking for sure. It doesn't stop. This segment right here, Mogly, is where we talk about eats. We talk about your tastes when it comes to food. The shit you can't live without. Something you do regularly. What you don't like. What's something that you can't stay away from?
Man, something I can't stay away from? Man.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, what?
Sorry to cut you off. Before we do that, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that this segment right here is sponsored by WVCC Syfe Life Radio.
Oh shit!
The homie H2O. Now he's probably gonna make a joke saying, "Oh, you're gonna make me sponsor the food segment because I'm a fat boy." That's what I can hear H saying that. But nonetheless, WVCC Tuesday and Thursday nights. Get in there, Syfe Life Radio. Download Twitch. Get into the fray. Listen to some dope hip-hop, backyard barbecue, New Blaze Tuesdays, everything. If you're a hip-hop head, then that's where you need to be on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So, back to you, Mo.
Yo, I was bumping that new H too. That's the thing. Every time I bump the H, there's so many albums he just released. I don't know if this is the new one or the old one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he be confusing me.
Yeah, it's kind of like the 3-card Molly where he keep flipping the cards in front of you.
Like, which one is the, but I mean, they're all dope as shit. You know, shout out to H and shit. You know, the whole VVCC cipher,
Yeah, dope. Cypher in the circle and all that. But let's get back into the food. Right. So that meal, that food that you can't live without.
Man, I'm an old nigga. I'm a fritanga ass nigga. Even though I ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? I like that fritanga.
That's Nicaraguan, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Break it down, fritanga, what it is for my people who don't know.
That's just
the uninitiated.
That's that hole in the wall shit with the queso frito, you know what I'm saying? With the motherfucker carne asada and the gallo pinto, maduros, or whatever else you like. You know, fritanga. I mean, who don't know what fritanga is? I don't in Miami and shit. Everybody know fritanga.
Yeah. But it's
this is worldwide.
It's for worldwide. Yo, it's like for my listeners in Germany. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right. Fritanga, man. It's a bunch of fried food and shit. It's definitely not good for you, but it tastes good as fuck.
But you gotta experience it though.
Yeah. I've been eating some fucking mofongo, some Dominican shit down the street and shit. They got the fire shit. I think it's called Del Chibao or some shit. I don't know exactly what this is called.
Del Chibao.
Yeah.
That's from the country.
Yeah, you know about that shit, Dominican?
I'm Dominican, so I can
translate
for you.
It's like a food truck right there down the street. Yo,
really?
That shit is fire.
Yo, how late they open? I mean, this might turn into something else.
They right there, dog. Like, they open till 12, I think.
Oh, nice.
You know what I'm saying? Especially on the weekends, they open late.
Okay.
That's
you out.
I mean, you can get the whole meat platter, or you can get the fucking chimi, or
the chimi.
And they be making it right, too, you know what I'm saying? So that's that shit right there. That's like right in the hood in the Ranger and shit.
Okay.
And then I'll be a good ass pizza, but like the good pizza like Locali's and shit. Well, I've never even tried that shit, but like I see that shit like on the internet and shit. I've never tried it like on the beach or some shit, but I'm definitely gonna try that shit before I die. So
got you. What you throw on that pizza? What's something
I don't know, cheese and pepperoni. I keep it simple.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just not too
traditional,
big.
like
something.
Yeah.
Cause I be watching that pizza motherfucker. What's his name? Dave Portnoy or some shit. You be watching that?
Oh, that's the dude from Barstool?
Yeah, Barstool.
Okay.
I be watching that shit. So
I've seen a couple episodes.
I be like, yo, he be in Miami and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but pizza, anything meat, cheese, and fucking bread. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Goddamn,
got you.
That's that shit.
How much?
I like some good ass bread. I like gyros, like the real gyros spot, because I grew up on gyros and shit.
Okay.
Like doner kebab and all that shit.
Got you. The
halal.
Right
here. Halal is like it's something
blessed.
else. It's like
it's food that's blessed. I guess.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to like say it's like kosher halal or whatever the fuck. I mean, something like that. But the halal guys, that shit fucking sucks. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's too salty. It's just garbage. But then they got some good shit like
it's commercialized, like the rap I didn't like to listen to. Like
they got the shit like Greek House, like here on 174 and US 1. That shit though just open, like real legit shit, some real tzatziki with fat chunks of garlic in it. Shit. So I like that shit. And I don't know. And then my son crazy in Miami, but he just like any good ass fucking white beans black beans and white rice.
White rice.
With some vaca frita.
Got the Cuban tendencies.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like
now, how much of that how much is that of a departure from what you grew up eating?
Oh, it's a complete departure.
Yeah.
Man. Like where I'm from, like I don't know. We grew up like crazy on the streets and shit. Like we would just steal food. Like we put chips on a piece of bread. Like whatever we stole at the time. But it's like different over there. The bread is mad good. You know what I mean? Like the bread
quality,
is fucking phenomenal. So when you steal the bread, you get like a fucking just game changing bread that you can't really get in America. Type
Got
you.
And
then we just like, but then at the same time we just get gyros all the time. And there's like 50 different gyros. Like if you're Turkish, there's one.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
Like each family got a different way to do it. Like they got different breads. Everybody make their own breads type shit. And then of course over there Italian food is crazy because it's like real shit. So like my dog Marco Pancini and shit, he like had a restaurant right across the street where you just go in and they just give you shit out the kitchen like to eat on the fly, like without paying type shit. So like where I come from is like food is like it's like for real. And then you come to America, they got all this fucking fake food. You know what I'm saying? All this processed preservative shit. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't fucking appreciate anything that's like halfway real and shit.
Yeah.
So basically anything that's real, like you know what I'm saying? That's it.
That's somebody, grandma's back there putting her heart and soul into it. It's not like just pumping out food for the sake of feeding.
Yeah, like if you a pizza place and you use garlic that comes in a jar and shit, like I can't fuck with you. You gotta fucking crack your own garlic. You know what I'm saying? Like don't give me no fucking processed, stinking ass garlic or some shit. No,
I know. I've had an experience. I've been at a spot where they tried to sell us on the clams were actually real clams.
Yeah.
And and it was easy to tell that those weren't them came from a can. Ugh. And they argued. They're like, no. Those are actual clams. It's like, nah, they taste like canned clams.
You gotta be careful in Miami, man. There's a bunch of good spots, but I don't know. I'll be in the hood with it, man. I'll be looking for that cheap shit and that,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Whatever that's good, cheap shit, you know?
Okay.
That's about it.
Shit. Is there ever a moment where you feel like, yo, I want to have some German, like some schnitzel?
Nah, nigga. Germans niggas can't make no food.
No.
They suck at food. They good with bread and beer. That's about it.
Okay.
But German food, nigga, that's just like English food, nigga. That shit sucks.
Got
But the
you.
good thing when you live in Germany, there's no German food nowhere. You know?
Really?
Yeah, there's
Okay.
no restaurants from other, like if you're in a city, that's the thing, it's like Miami, you know, in Miami ain't no Americans nowhere. You feel
Got
me?
you. Yeah.
It's the same thing in every major city in Germany. It's just everybody else is a big melting pot. You know, ain't no
Yeah.
Germans in the city. Like the Germans, they stay outside the city type shit.
Got you.
You know what I
Got
mean?
you.
Where I came up, it's a melting pot of all kinds of shit. You know, like Lebanese and motherfucking, you know, Moroccan and Turkish and Serbian and Yugoslavian.
Wow.
And, you know, Indian and fucking, you know, Italian, all that shit, you know, French shit, all kinds of shit.
There's so many options that you don't really have to fuck with.
Like I took a train, like, to go to a party in France and Paris and shit. And then the next morning on the way back, before we leave, we go to the fucking bakery and get some shit and eat some Paris bread, you know, type shit.
Croissants and
You know
whatnot.
what I'm saying? Like a fresh croissant. I was just talking to my son. He loved croissants from Aldi. I'm like, yo, man, I'm going to take you to fucking France, nigga. Get some fucking croissants out the bakery in the morning time. Nigga. Shit kill you, dog. Something else. It's funny that I used to take all that shit for granted, too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. So, wait. So you telling me Aldi got some? Oh, he thinks the Aldi.
Yeah, like, as long as you reheat them and shit in the toaster oven and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Get them a little brown.
Are they anything like the
Nah.
Are they anything? I know for a minute, I think it was BJ's Warehouse had the fire croissants.
You know what's good? That shit that come in the tube. You know what I'm saying? That you pop open like the cinnamon rolls.
Okay.
Yeah, those are decent. You know,
Okay.
I mean, not really, but you know what I'm
But
saying? Nothing could come close to anything, you know, so from the originals type shit.
Nah.
I'm definitely an original type of guy, but I'm a broke boy. So it's like.
So you try to make it work.
Yeah.
You know do you fuck with the kitchen at all? Do you whip up stuff?
Yeah. I just made a barley soup, my nigga. Or my wife made that, but I've been making a bunch of soups.
Okay.
Like I'm on a soup and salad type shit.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'll be watching what's it called, food dishes or food wishes on YouTube. Like
Not even familiar.
just to make some good soups and shit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like bread, meat, and cheese, and soups and salad, dog. That's that shit. It's like a rotation out here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope. Do you fuck with the sweets at all?
Oh hell yeah, man! Anything, Milka. You know Milka?
Milka? Nah.
It's like a German chocolate. They do chocolate good. I don't know. Yeah, it's chocolate too. Like I'm heavy into the German shit, like the Milka and the Kinder. I don't know if you know that shit.
Oh yeah.
You know that?
Kinder Joy. They got the Joy and whatnot.
The Duplo, the Joy. Yeah, those are my shit. But that's what I grew up on.
Gotcha.
I don't really like no other shit like that you can buy like at stores, but like German shit, like I definitely got a sweet tooth for shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Word.
It's out of that shit.
Dope. Shit, man. Yo, Mogly, man. We ran through it. We did a lot. We did a lot. We talked a lot. We got to know Mogly. We got to know his opinion on the 4 beers. We talked some more music. We got to know his music. We talked more music, what he's playing, what he gravitates towards. And then we talked foods, man. I think we discussed everything with foods that we should have been.
Man.
Bro.
I appreciate you, Will.
Yo, I'm a man. I appreciate you making time for me, man. This is excellent. I couldn't have thought a better way to set off season 2. There's more shit to come. Mowgli's here. He told you he got more music in the chamber. Look out for that Orion/Mogly project. In the meantime, do yourself a favor and get with that. Get with that. The wolf and the eagle die in the end. I know I spoiled the ending, but trust me, you want to go through it. It's kind of like a Tarantino film where like you kind of see the ending at the beginning, but there's more. There's substance in between the beginning and the end. If that makes any sense. But nah, what makes sense is that it's dope fire music. You'll be impressed. Trust me, you'll be impressed by both Mogly and DJ X's on this project. And yeah, man, that's it. It's about that time where I usually say, there it is. BrewsBeats&Eats the podcast. As always, I'd like to thank my guest Mogly for taking the time, sitting down and talking it up.
It was a pleasure, my nigga, for real. Hey, thanks for getting me twisted.
Yes. I also like to thank my listeners. Yes, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in yet again. Thank you for taking this time to embark on this season 2 journey with me. Y'all stay tuned, man. There's going to be so much more. As always, you can keep up with me on Instagram at BrewsBeats, the letter N Eats. You can check DubPMogly, DubPMogly on Instagram as well. Keep up with him there. If you enjoyed what you heard, tell a friend. If you didn't didn't enjoy it, tell an enemy, tell somebody. And if they ask, tell them it's on all streaming platforms. And keep an eye out for YouTube and Twitter because there will be visuals. With that said, that's it. Brews, Beats, and Eats. Peace.